Welcome one and all, the Creedence Edition Show here live with you on this Wednesday. We go live 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the old Wednesdays. B-Shop, I hope your week is going a bit better than mine.
It's going good. What is wrong with your week? You were just saying how bad of a week you're having.
It's been asinine. We start off with 9 million packages being undelivered, basically, and eBay doing nothing about it except for saying, oh, just refund them while they're still in transit. Nobody's going to get any Christmas presents this year that have ordered pretty much anything because now it's dwindling down to FedEx having huge problems. So I basically am off until the new year. And then we still have a crap load of Christmas stuff that's just laying all around the yard, back by the shed.
Your Christmas stuff.
Yeah, just that didn't get put up and, because of that debacle. And then on top of that, for the past 3 days, 3 nights, we've had an issue with our hardwired smoke detectors going off in unison every minute of every day, 3 beeps every minute. And then they'll cycle to where it's 2 quick beeps and then 1 loud, long beep. And then it'll cycle about 12 hours later to... So anyways, finally we got somebody over here today that was supposed to be here between 3:30 and 4:30, and they showed up with 2 smoke detectors that you just slap up on the wall and thought that was going to take care of it.
Can't you just snip the wire?
Why is everybody's audio so low?
I don't think that it is.
Okay. Knox sounded so low, like he was...
Well, I mean...
Back here talking.
I think he sounds all right.
Okay.
I think.
Just checking.
Do I not sound... I don't...
The problem is with Knox and Bish, and I don't know why it is, if there's ever any music playing, they also, the compression is like way off.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's fine. It was already
All
fine.
right. Anyway, can you snip the wires?
I'm not going to do that, no. I think that would be a fucking retarded move, to be honest with you, to go up and just snip wires in your house.
It's your... Listen, you have a functioning replacement smoke detector. Just...
Roll the dice.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I bet it stopped beeping.
So you're saying that the wires that are hanging out of the ceiling in both the spots, I should just snip them and just leave them dangling there? That's basically what you're telling me to do?
Oh, get a nut, a wing nut or whatever it's called, and yeah, just roll the dice. You don't own the house; you just rent it, right?
Exactly, you're renting.
Sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Anyways, but the part that's fascinating to us is that all smoke detectors have been removed, batteries have been removed, they have been unplugged, and it is still beeping.
Can you remove the whole thing from the ceiling?
Again, hardwired into our electricity.
Have you? Okay, all right. How about this?
We've also turned the breaker off, the proper breaker that's supposed to be the proper breaker, and it still beeps.
What about all the breakers? Cut the whole power off from the house.
That's about. I mean, last night last night we were so frustrated. I mean, listen, this is torture. It's torture. Yeah. It is absolute torture. Mikey, when he gets done, it was so cold out today for our morning call. I had to be inside for a bit. He got a full on good 10 minutes worth of what it was like living in our house for the past 3 days. It's the most frustrating thing. And when you tear it all the way down, like I said, when you tear it all the way down and you unplug everything and it still beeps is what's just absolutely crazy to me. But anyways, so that and many other things. Just a shit week, I can tell you that. Oh, last night we tried to go see the Christmas Town USA, which is usually a highlight of Christmas, and about 20% of the lights were up in that town. So it just continues.
Last week I went to take the kids to there's a Airlie Gardens was sold out.
Hi, Lacey. Good morning.
Hi, Lacey.
Hi, April.
Hi, April.
Hi, Ontario.
Bad night.
Hi, Tony D.
But so we took them to this other place that's on. There's a show about Christmas lights. What is it called? I think it's on NBC. Mikey. So that's something you watch.
Lights.
Huh?
Check out these lights. Look at these lights. Our lights. Something like that.
Anyways, So this place that's just owned by private people, of course,
Is
on
it
the
just
show.
me that he's just crackling through this whole thing, or is
I've
that?
been saying this from a while ago, but nobody's
No, you
listening.
said that he was low. There's a difference.
He's
Hi,
definitely, it's popping right now.
hi, Facebook user. Yeah. So Knox sounds fine, Mikey sounds fine, and Bish is just crackly. That's all.
Oh, crackly.
Oh,
Is there a problem?
yep. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. That was just a lot of crack-a-lacking.
No, you're fine. Am I still crackling?
Yeah.
Oh,
Is every TV that you have in your house streaming, and
yes.
as well as that sounds about right.
And I'm playing. I'm actually underneath the desk. I'm playing my Switch as we speak online. So the children are screaming while they're sleeping. No,
Are you really?
I took your
God, I love you, Knox.
I took your thought and I cut the wire. I said, you know what? I don't need to be
Even the
Hey, Rod.
even the bell sucks tonight.
At least your fire alarm's not that.
So, Knox, how are things in Wilmington, and Bishop, how are things in New York, since you two have switched spots, apparently?
Go ahead, Knox.
How have we switched spots?
Hi, Sheila. Because for the first night, I think since we started the show, you sound better than everybody and sound good. That's how. Yeah.
Well, I guess I win then.
Anyways, Mike, you done with your 4 million hours of tweaking the back end? Will you be done by the time the show is over?
Yeah,
with tweaking.
I'm done. I'm just making sure everything is ready to go for our amazing game we're going to be playing tonight,
Yes.
known as Cameo Cash In.
New name. How does that game even work? Because I don't remember.
Well, I'm going to give you two celebrities, and you're going to tell me which one of them charges more for their cameo. Who is cashing in?
Can you guys hear the fucking Hallmark channel going off really loud in the back? Can you turn that down, please? Jesus Christ.
Happy holidays from the Blowers household.
Cut it off. Did he just go get her?
There's going to be a wellness check at the door in a minute. Turn off that Hallmark channel
Don't you know I'm doing something in here way more important than this damn Hallmark channel?
every Wednesday.
Here comes
You're like Tom Cruise with that whole thing.
Oh, my God almighty. This is going swell
Up
so
the
far
crowd.
today.
swell.
Dylan's getting a 16-incher tomorrow.
Nice.
Of snow. Never mind. Sorry, Dylan. Yeah, we were just watching a live stream in Manhattan. A guy was just walking around the city, and they got a few inches. Oh, good. Is it time to eat? Awesome. Yeah. 8:43. Let's do it. What are we eating?
Vitamin C. It's citrus.
Oh, yeah. Time to take it. Get that citrus. Hi, Taco. Welcome to the shit show, Taco. Welcome.
I haven't seen Taco all day.
Did Dave get a new name, or is that just a new account?
It could be both.
I'm not even reading that tonight, Dave. I just can't do that.
Not tonight, Dave.
She's getting beat.
You said you can hear it loud and clear.
That's great. All right. We'll regroup. We're going to just say hi to everybody. Hi, Joel from Indiana. You guys got snow today? Listen, you guys are making jokes, but it's a Lifetime movie going off in my... It sounds like I live in a movie theater. It was so loud. I'm sorry.
No,
That's all I
so
could hear
she's-
in my...
So she's sitting down after sleeping for 14 hours?
Yeah,
Now
she had
she's
14 hours in bed. She retired to go watch Hallmark movies last night at somewhere right before 9, and it was about 10:50, I think, when she got up this morning and started walking around. Almost made it a full 14 hours. 10 to 12 is very normal, but the 14's a little much.
10 to 12?
Oh, absolutely.
No way.
Get it every night?
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Half of her life, it's like you're telling her, you're just wasting half of your life.
Ooh, she's sleeping her life away. Wait for another day.
We'll be taking
You yell at her to wake her up.
No, I just let her sleep.
Wake up!
He sits there and puts cigarettes
Close the
out
door.
on her.
I close the door and walk away. Tonight, we'll take a deep dive into the mailbag where you answer your questions, make advice, all that. CNB News at 9 is good tonight. Going to talk about what Mr. Rogers and farting has to do with each other.
Ooh, I like that.
And there is a video of the week inside of the news. Kind of a
All right.
double banger. In case you missed it, we got a bunch of good chases for you that Mikey and I have been banging out and getting ready for.
Thank you, everyone who joined us today earlier when we had a chase. It's doing fantastic numbers, and we are up to 922 on subscribers over on the YouTube.
So close.
922. 9.
That
So we
sounds
get
about right.
1,000 by Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No doubt
Yeah,
about it.
April, that's about the same for me. And Tobin, don't you be, you shouldn't be a disgruntled old man at the moment. You said that you like Christmas, so you must be in the chipper, cheery Christmas mood.
Chipper.
And guess what? If I stay up and play slots till midnight, I'm still up around 7, 8, 9 o'clock in the morning doing shit. So, yeah.
Take
That
that.
sounds like how I would complain about my children sleeping in on the weekends. I'm like, why aren't they up doing something? It's 11:30.
It's just, if you could see this house and the way our lives are now, I just say, just do it. I don't care. I gave up the other day. You guys know. I told Mikey. I said, listen.
You gave up once the peeping started, or
No,
what
I
did you
just
tell Mike?
I just gave up when work basically goes away and making it impossible to list. And then it's like Facebook Marketplace got a little bit trickling in from there, but we're not working it. We don't have stock for it. It's just older stuff. So we're not going to see a lot from that. And then, we're going to go do the flea market Sunday, hopefully. But again, Sleeper there is on her way back to Myrtle Beach for the second weekend in a row.
The sleeper.
So
What's going
that's
on
why I
down
just
there?
gave up a wedding. So, I mean, I
Why
can't.
didn't you go with it?
He just got out of it.
Because I'm not a big fucking fan of going to weddings. I mean, weddings are not, that doesn't really sound fun to me, probably. That's why. Maybe I'd like to stick around the house and try and get caught
Yeah,
up
but-
with this shithole.
Right, but then is everyone gonna ask you where you are?
No, she's
No,
in the
she's-
wedding. She's in the wedding.
She's
So
in
what
the
do I-
wedding. She's in the wedding.
Now,
You
yeah, I had to go. I
had.
had to go at one point until I found
Oh.
out that she was in the wedding, and I said, no.
No, never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing all that.
So
And
she wasn't in the wedding. You would go to the wedding.
I didn't want to, but I had no out.
Right.
I had no way of getting out. But as soon as that happened, I said,
You're her plus one.
Yeah. Now he don't want to sit by himself.
now I'm -1.
So what
and
is
it's
going
too-
on? Sorry to interrupt you. What is going on in the house that is it like?
Oh,
not
nothing.
clean?
No, well, it's first of all, I have OCD. As you can see, I keep a very tidy house. Just look at the office.
Yeah.
But it's the only room that's just a catch-all for everything. This one and what we call the kids' room. We don't have kids, but it's a kids' room. That's our
the
catch-all.
moment.
So you just keep plowing away. I'm not sure if you were lucid or aware of what I told you about with the lights the other day, a couple weeks ago. My whole light display.
Yeah.
That was a huge bummer.
Right.
So I have tried to salvage everything that has been sitting out drying that just got rained on for 48 hours, including our mattress and box spring that we wanted to keep. But because we didn't have time yesterday rolling out of here, the mattress and box springs are ruined because it's been
Question.
rained on.
Oh God.
You got a new bed. Why are you keeping the mattress and box spring?
Because
So
I
what
hate
are
to
the
go because
yards?
it's it's good. Because I just want it out in the yard. Yeah, it's hidden.
What kind of
Kinda.
bed did you get?
A king size, nice 14-inch memory foam, big ass mattress. It's nice. It's very nice.
That's probably why she's sleeping 12 hours a night because she's on that thing. Doesn't want to get off it.
Yeah, no, she'll sleep anyway. But anyway, so I've got Christmas decorations everywhere. I've got dead plants everywhere. We've got boxes of cardboard back there, and then back by the shed is just piles of all of the shit that got ruined from Christmas. And then in the house, because we decided to do such a small version, we haven't like taken out the stuff that we've taken off shelves and stuff to put the 5 Christmas things up that we have. It's annoying.
Are you keeping up with the litter box?
Yeah, she does 2 times a day. God,
That's good.
yes. All 3 litter boxes
That was.
that are all. I can't be
Keeping up
around
with the
that.
litter boxes.
Oh,
No,
it
they're
makes me
piled up,
nuts.
y'all. He's climbing over piles of cat shit.
Yeah, it's just like hoarders.
It
You ever
sounds
see
like
hoarders?
Yeah. There's
No,
rats
the
in
house is fine. I'm just saying, there's everything is like my popcorn machine. Of course, has to be off to the back of the living room now because that's where the
Full of
Christmas
rats.
tree is. And we have the headboard and footboard sitting there as well. That is in the living room that constantly beeps. It's just been a nightmare. Stop asking me questions. We'll be on this for an hour and a half of me just bitching and complaining about everything.
We're waiting.
That's a
Knox,
soft
how you
landing.
doing, bud? You doing all right?
I'm doing all right. We're in the midst of a voluntary quarantine.
Well, before you get onto that, Knox, how is your popcorn maker? Is it good?
What's your popcorn maker
I
situation?
was just
Your
thinking
house.
about that popcorn maker just now, actually, when we were talking about his. Yeah.
What are you talking about? I have zero responsibility of what?
Well, okay.
Maybe of her sleeping for 12 hours a day.
No. What he's saying, I think, is that your Christmas stuff is piled up. You have all these boxes.
Has nothing to do with her
That
or
all
me.
this stuff.
That was from an act of God.
An act of God.
When's the last time you went to church? Maybe if you saw it, his son's birthday's coming up, I bet you didn't get his son anything, did you? You cheap fucking skate.
I got nobody nothing. What are you kidding me? Getting shit out of these Amazon boxes. That's what they're getting. Can I look at the private chat, or is that something that has to do with our
absolutely.
mystery
It's-
guest?
No.
All right, well, I just wanted to be-
talking to the mystery guest.
All right. Knox says he's pooping. Knox
No.
says say something.
No,
Knox says sounds okay.
Well, it's just popping, not pooping.
Oh.
Anyways, Knox,
Shoot.
how are you? Sorry to break in with the popcorn maker.
I'm doing great.
Okay, well, thanks.
That's a
been
nice one.
He's been waiting a week for that one.
No
I can
doubt.
tell.
Been sitting
Absolutely.
on it.
We're yeah. So here's what happened. When we last checked in, we were on the bus, and
The
We went-
bang bus.
Ow! I'll do it.
we
for
went.
you. You're a little
We
slow.
went. Here it comes. Where is it?
That's,
Just do
that's
it.
all the way back
You're just
here.
gonna interrupt me with it anyway.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
So we went skiing.
Oh! Timing is
Yeah.
everything.
We went skiing at the indoor ski place at Dream.
Are you-
Dream American Dream is the name.
Are you
of
talking
of
about-
the-
Are you talking about doing coke, or are you talking about going skiing?
going skiing?
Doing coke.
No, going skiing, like inside of a building.
Okay, so
With
you did
skis.
coke inside of a
No, we
building.
were in an indoor ski resort.
Oh. You mean skiing?
Yeah.
Where did you go to an indoor?
Well, I
ski
was
resort?
snowboarding. She was skiing. What's that?
Probably right down the road from where Tony D lives.
I keep seeing a shadow
Rutherford.
move around your room. By the way, Is
Yeah,
there a
that's his
ghost
new
in
wife.
there?
They're quarantined together.
We are East Rutherford,
Nice.
New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Where's she at? Look,
What was
I don't
that?
believe she's really there. Can we see her real quick?
No.
I just want to see her.
Did you get in trouble the other day?
Yeah,
Last
a little
show.
bit. A little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
For saying what?
Hand in there, so we know it is actually a person.
We
and not a
we
cat
don't need to
child.
get back into any of that. 'cause
No,
I don't
just-
feel
I
like
just-
having to.
No, we don't need to. No. I just want to know what she was mad about. That's all. Just what was it that you said that pissed her off?
Was it about her sleeping 8 hours a day?
I think it was
12 to 14.
the move-in.
And all the damn Hallmark movies she's
And
been
look,
watching.
she got her way.
What was it that you said that pissed her off the most? See, Tony D,
I can't even
listened.
remember.
What was it? What part of it? Was it about
I'm not getting back.
Was it
I'm
about
not
her?
getting back into any of it.
Was it? Was it about her? Was it about you not wanting to move in after 2 months? And so now she went and pretended that you guys have COVID so you can live together for 2 weeks.
No, it's not at all what is happening. But seriously, I don't even want to. You're wrong.
Okay, I'm just asking questions.
But
That's fine.
no,
just wondering.
can I get on to the story as to why?
Sure, we'll come back to it in a minute.
Well, we're waiting.
That's such a quick drop. You know, that's a fast one. It's wonderful. Yeah, so we went skiing at the indoor ski place, as I was trying to say before all these interruptions happened. And we went through we ended up going through a locker room to get onto the snow. And it was filled with Hasidic Jews. That many were not. It was a Jewish holiday. They were all from school.
Right.
And many a family decided that was the day that they would go to Big Snow America and have them learn how to ski, a bunch of them. So anyway, we walked in, and a number of people did not have masks on. And an old man walked over and was talking to me. Am I live?
Animated. It's a joke. Don't worry about it. It's a joke from the car chases.
He had to be there.
Anyway.
You have to
Anywho.
be involved a little bit to understand. Go ahead. It's just like Bishop says, hard crowd today because he's trying to throw out jokes and videos, and we try to have a discussion about the show, and it's just crickets.
Well, Knox asked why your girlfriend sleeps 14 hours a day, and I said I gave her the dick from Bernie Mac.
Oh!
Thank you.
So how'd that skiing go? Pretty good.
The skiing was fine, but if there was a time for us to
Is that a fart? Who was that? Did
No,
you hear that? Who was that?
That was
Was it a
not-
chair?
Don't move.
it's like the pleather. On this
Knox,
thing.
have you farted in front of her yet?
Every 7.5 minutes, probably.
Figured as much.
Did she
Did
fart
you-
in front of you?
Huh?
Does
there a
she
problem?
fart in front of you, Mama Bitch?
He has not. I apparently it's happened, but I haven't really heard it.
Can she walk behind you really quick and just so we see that she's actually there?
She doesn't want to be on tonight. What
We
are you
just
doing?
want to ask what she's. What do you mean? What are you doing? Is there a problem?
I was trying to read it.
Get some glasses, you blind ass. Jesus.
Anyways, so you think the Jew gave you COVID?
I think I was definitely exposed. I was exposed to a lot of people in a small area without masks on.
What about
That's something.
Yeah, but you brought up that a Jew talked to you. Now you have COVID.
That's all it takes.
The Jews were in my face.
I had to walk through a locker room, and there was a lot of Jews there.
But you got to remember,
Some old Jew come and talk to me, and now
Here's what you're missing, and that we're taking out of context.
Yes,
I don't think so.
What I said was that there are a lot of Hasidic Jews, is where I was, and
sure.
the COVID has gone pretty hard through
Yes, I know that.
the Hasidic community in Brooklyn and all through the whole city area.
Anything that has to do with Knox that's a bad comment, just so you know, I'm going to only put it up for about 2.5 seconds because then Knox will catch on to it. As soon as he starts leading in, the comment comes down. Just so you guys know, I'm not trying to be a dick about just pushing comments really fast. That's how it's got to be, though, because he notices them, then stops. So just so you know.
And our guest will be joining us anytime now. By the way.
I got the timing now. Perfect. Watch. What? Oh, now, are you just going to sit really, really close now so you can see him? Can you see this?
Yeah, I can see that.
All
Are
right.
you going to keep being a dick to me the entire show? Is that what you're
How
gonna
about
do
this
tonight?
one? How about
that's
this
a good
one?
That's a good one.
Anyway, so you went skiing. you went skiing and you got COVID.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Look at that guy.
Hey, it's
Look at
Lenny.
him. Jesus, he looks the same.
Hey,
You still look 20.
you guys sound horrible.
Thank you.
Are you on
How's it
iOS?
going?
Is it crackly?
There
It's
is
gonna
some
be a
weird
minute.
stuttery issue going on with my mic here. Hang on.
Yeah. It's not you. It's iOS.
Yeah.
Can somebody
So
tell me?
weird.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you along
can
with
hear
a
you.
ton of stuttering.
It'll clear
I
up.
picked up stuttering as a child.
Oh, hey,
And
all right.
continued
now-
on as
now
an
it
adult.
works.
There you go.
How's it
Just
going?
takes a second. Look at this guy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Leon, the lesbian intern from about 2 decades ago or
Yeah.
whatever, however long it was. Very long time ago.
Bravo.
You look the same, man. That's crazy. we all,
It's this fancy basement lighting.
it must be.
Fancy basement
Got some
lighting.
coffee too. Yeah.
Lenny, I think the last time that we talked to you all together was when you told us the whole story about being on the, what was it, the Costa Concordia or whatever, the cruise ship that sank. I'd say that was the last time that we were all together talking.
The stuttering's back.
The stuttering.
Well, since we've been gone, we've all developed the stutter. That's the problem.
Right.
Yes.
We, yeah. We all got
You
brain
might
damage.
have, if it, you're right on your phone, right? Or are you on a computer?
Yeah, I'm on the phone.
Oh, you shouldn't really be getting that then.
It's working now. It gave me a little pop up before I hopped in. It said, "Hey, just so you know, this version of Safari sucks, and you should update it." And I didn't. So,
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. All right.
so you guys have been doing this podcast for how long now?
May.
27 years.
27 years. I right before I hopped on here, I was killing some time and looking up old YouTube videos with Bishop and myself in them, and one of my favorite was a little cartoon we made that was uploaded 14 years ago. And once I read that, I was like, wow, that was 14 years ago.
Yeah.
You say that because me and Creed were watching the boxing match, the Beast of
Oh.
the East, one that me and you had put together so many years ago. But yeah, that 14 years doesn't seem like that long ago until you really look at it and you say, "Ooh, 14 years ago." So yeah, and we're trying to get together like a little retrospective kind of thing where we talk about some of the stuff we used to do on the show and that kind of thing. A lot of people don't know who we are. They think we're just the car chase guys, and that's about it. So, and it's been hard getting Lenny on. I've tried. This is number 3 that I've tried to get him on.
That's
Really?
true. Yeah. The first
Wow.
time there were some technical issues. Second time I probably just blew them off, and then this is the third. So
But yeah, go ahead.
Why is Lenny living in a basement now?
because the family's upstairs watching the Masked Singer finale, and I couldn't disrupt them, so I had to come down to the basement.
I understand.
Have you watched the show that comes on after The Masked Singer?
Is that the Masked Dancer?
Oh,
Or is that
maybe it
something
is.
else?
How about the one after that one?
I don't know. What is it?
It's the one that I can see your voice.
Oh. Which one? No, is that the one with Ken Jeong? I thought
Yeah.
it was. Oh, okay.
And they lip sync, and it's one of the most confusing things. I think we've watched like 3 episodes now. I think we figured it out now. You're trying to figure out who's a good singer and who's not.
So the
just
dancing
weird.
one is also about singing. You have to guess their voice in the dancing one also.
No,
Oh, okay.
no, it's like, so they get up there and you got like 6 people and they get up there and they lip sync. And then they ask them questions and you can't hear their voice, and it's really weird and very hard to understand. But it's basically they're either a good singer or a bad singer, and you got to figure it out without hearing them sing.
Huh.
It's,
No,
it's
I haven't watched that one. Masked Singer has kept me. I've watched 2 things: Masked Singer with the family, and then Mandalorian. And I've tricked my son into watching that. He's into it.
nice.
Am I the only one that thinks it's weird that Lenny has children?
Mhm.
Lenny was the last person that I ever thought should have. I remember Lenny calling me one night saying, "Hey, I got drunk last night and ordered a $10,000 Superman costume.
Wasn't $10,000.
Close to it.
I was like 600. That's
No,
you're
the 10,000. The 10,000 was a camera. That one.
Yeah.
Do you still have the Superman
exaggerating.
costume?
I do. It's in a box.
Very,
yeah.
It's very form fitting.
Does it still have the genital area with a zipper or cut out? I remember that was something you thought was weird about it.
I think I got rid of that one.
Oh.
So there were two super.
The wife
There were
asked
two.
me questions.
Yeah.
Lenny
There were-
Lenny would sit around the studio and he would bitch and complain about not having or being negative in his bank account, and half an hour later he shows back up with takeout from like Outback and everywhere else.
The most expensive places you could go buy food from.
Yeah.
Lenny.
They had excellent prime rib. I mean, you can't say no to prime rib.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's my brother's lifestyle. My younger brother has started living like that now, so I don't really have that option, because of the family. But my younger brother moved to LA to pursue the acting thing, and he's the one who's like every 2 weeks he's like, hey.
So what you're saying is that you didn't have to teach him how to poop in the back of your vehicle into a cooler. He can just right on the side of the street and everything's fine.
I told him that story, and then he topped it with a grosser one. So
yeah. Really?
I forget where he pooped, but it was something. It wasn't human wherever it was. I think it was it wasn't in a cooler, but it wasn't. Maybe it was in a daycare or something. I can't remember.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was
Lenny, being that you're older now and you've passed down the ordering food, clearly it's a Pete thing. Like your father, do you answer the door in just a Speedo like your father used to when I would come to your house? Is that something you do to your son?
Not yet. I mean, he's 6. I think by the time he has
Okay.
kids come over and COVID's going on, you don't want to.
Sure. Yeah.
Got to wear a mask. That's
Right.
confusing for the kids. When he gets older, definitely, yeah.
Do
Real
you
quick,
tell your kids about? Hold on. Do you tell your kids about like? When I was a kid, let me tell you what we did. I had a friend that came over and stole your aunt's underwear out of the house and took it home with him to his house, or anything like that, or what kind of stories have you shared with your kids yet of your hijinks? Bishop, you stole his sister's underwear.
Yeah,
I've heard the story. I haven't recounted it.
Yeah, why would
that would be weird.
Why would I tell Lenny, hey, Lenny, guess whose underwear that is? That's your sister.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Lenny told me he couldn't go back to Walmart for a certain reason. I won't even bring up why he's not allowed in Walmart no more.
I don't even know. I don't know that one.
I'll tell it to you real quick. I got caught
stole the
stealing
manager.
Legos.
Stealing Legos. A grown man stealing
Well,
Legos.
what are you talking about, Mikey? We were all sketched out and scared in Manhattan because you stole from the Lego store. He stole a mini. He stole a figure. Listen to him. Yeah, he's giving shit to Lenny about it. A grown man stealing a minifigure from.
What did you take, buddy?
It was it was the only infraction I had on my record, and so I had to go to. Actually, I didn't show up to the court date, and so a sheriff showed up at my house one day because I skipped my court date. So my dad had to follow me to the courthouse. I eventually did go to that hearing, and the judge asked me. He looked down at the charge. He's like, "You have no other record, and so you got caught stealing Legos." And he puts the paper down and looks up at me. He's like, "You got something for Legos?"
You freak.
Yeah,
You weirdo.
So-
Can we get back to Knox getting COVID from Jews, or are we done with that story?
Ooh.
You might want to skip that. Somebody might hear that one.
How'd that happen?
Just move on. Move on.
This comment deserves a second time.
No, I want to hear about being stuck with his girlfriend. So you guys are stuck together for 2 weeks because of
No.
this?
For only for 4 days, and then we're getting tested, and then if we can both come back with not having COVID, we'll be good to go.
So you think she's pregnant already?
No,
We've got Bush.
I ain't seen that one yet.
Jesus.
Do you think that you have it?
I mean, we probably don't, but I don't want to get anybody sick.
Have you been
So-
sick any?
I've been having. I can't tell if I have allergies or if I've had a legitimate runny nose. I've been
Vomiting?
sneezing a lot. Sneezing,
Oh,
no
runny.
vomiting.
None of that. Okay.
Doing okay so far, but it's only been it's only been a couple days since it happened. So
Is this what the world's come to? If you have a runny nose and a Jew
Yeah.
walks past you and you're just
you're not
done
you're not
for?
understanding what I went into, are you? Okay, and I was
know
at
what
an,
I've been through.
it was a like when you're in line to get up to the chairlift, people are not 6 feet away from you. There were a lot of people there too. So I was, and of course, what is that?
I don't know.
What is that noise?
I think something just kicked on in Lenny's basement.
Is
It's
it
fine.
water?
You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm in the basement
It is
again.
water.
Sorry, should I mute myself?
Somebody just flushed.
When
No,
people
no.
flush the
No,
toilet.
you're okay. No. So
Yell
Here we-
upstairs and tell your children to quit flushing the damn toilet so much. Do you guys have a feeling that Lenny can never be Lenny when he's around his family? He's just like, Leonard, would you like to pass those over here? Absolutely. Bring Papa his slippers and paper.
No, my kids are good. It's the in-laws where they live like a mile away. So when the in-laws are
Oh
really
my
good.
God.
Yeah.
A mile. That's like right inside that buffer zone of,
Dear God, Leonard.
Hey, you can walk over there. It's no good.
How
Well,
is
anyway.
the fancy job, anyways, Lenny? Hold on, Max. Hold that story about the Jews making you sick. How is the career? You've moved on to bigger and better things. You're no longer bringing food into the studio and things like that. What are you? How are things now? Are you still an alcoholic?
No, had to give that up.
Still an alcoholic.
I did have to give
So,
that up. Yeah.
It's a wonder that Lenny didn't wait till the 9th or 10th call to come on. I can totally see why. Great catching up with you, Lenny.
Look, I've got
Listen,
a
let us-
videotape I've got to send Lenny. That's gonna make our channel pop. You just wait. I just gotta
There's-
get it over to Lenny.
There's Family Leonard and there's Basement Lenny.
Yeah, Basement Lenny.
It is.
So
It
what
is
you're not-
the dad cave. Like it's really.
All right.
What were you saying?
No.
Which is-
Didn't
Is there
mean to
somebody
have an
behind
outburst.
you?
I'm good.
Is there a ghost?
No. It's just completely unfinished. Half the time the air doesn't work, and it's just a bunch of like empty boxes and sadness.
This is where
Well, you
things
need-
come to die.
Dad's
You need to
basement.
get Leonard on that. Okay, maybe not. All right. Moving on.
Can we get to the thing that Lenny has come here for in the first place?
Basement
So we can
Lenny.
play the Cameo cash-in game. Now, Lenny, I know you're not familiar with this game. This is where I'm going to show you two celebrities, and you're going to tell me which one of these celebrities charges the most on Cameo. Who's cashing in and making the most on Cameo? Is everyone
Okay.
clear on these rules, by the way, before we start?
Yeah, are we chiming in or are we? How are we?
Nope, everybody's going to bet, and you're going to keep score of who's got the most correct bets. I
All
do
right.
have a second option for you. If you would like to, you could say, hey, I think so-and-so is the most expensive, and I think this is what they charge. And if you get it exactly right, you get 2 points.
That seems like a lot.
Okay,
And
then we'll just guess who's the most expensive.
I mean, that's up to everybody else. It's up to you.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
don't
I don't
really
know what
care
the-
either way.
What's
Give
the
me throw
going
that
rate
back.
on Cameo?
A lot for some
lot.
people.
It just depends. It's all over the place.
It really is.
Like for a, I don't know. Let me think here. Ernie Reyes Jr. Like you looking at $200, $50? Somebody
It
has
just
to guess.
depends. It's yeah. I for
Ernie
one, I have no
Reyes.
idea who that is.
Isn't it Winston Zedmore? Is it Ernie Reyes Jr.? Is that his name?
Oh, no, you're talking about that guy you met, Bish. What's his name? The guy
The
from
Ghostbuster. Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think Lenny's.
Ernie
right. I don't know. Yeah, Ernie.
Lenny, that's a good way of putting it. When you go to those places to get autographs and stuff like that to different cons,
convention?
Yeah, like
Yes.
different conventions,
Oh,
and you know
definitely.
how it's all over the place with
I'll give
with
you an
prices.
idea. Ric Flair for a cameo charges $500.
$500. All right, let me. I'm
Gilbert-
writing that down for reference.
Gilbert charges $20. So there's your frame of reference. Gilbert,
Yeah, there's really no.
Ric Flair, 500.
All right, got it. That's my my range here from Ric Flair to Gilbert. You got 500 on one end, 20 on the other.
Okay. So here we go, Ernie Hudson. Of course, there's got to be an opener. So let's go. That's right. That's right.
I'm surprised. Okay, go ahead. I'm surprised
Go ahead.
that Cameo. I was like, Cameo, the rapper, hasn't shown up. I'm surprised that Mikey, because all these productions with Mikey being Mikey. I'm surprised it wasn't Mikey. What's up, pretty ladies? Around the world, singing "Word Up" from Cameo, but mixing in the Cameo game.
Yeah, I thought about it.
Yeah.
Trust me, I thought there's so much popular demand for that these days.
Yes.
But well, let's get on into the game now. Since it is the holiday season, there are a lot of Santa Clauses on Cameo. You have real Santa Claus over here on the left, and puppet Santa Claus over. On the left. You got real Santa Claus. That's my left, your right. Never mind. You got real Santa Claus and puppet Santa Claus. Who
Both of
charges
them.
more?
Both of them could be puppets for the right-wing America.
May I ask, is the puppet anybody special and or from a show or anything?
Nope.
It's just
It's
a random.
puppet Santa.
Okay, and we're guessing again.
Who is more expensive?
How do we submit these answers? Are we just shouting this out?
We're gonna go around the horn.
All right.
Is that the diabetes guy?
No, but he has no neck. Did you notice Santa has no neck?
Yeah, he doesn't.
It almost looks like Sid Haig.
Yeah, but I've never seen a Santa with saying, "Wow, look at that guy's neck."
It almost
the
looks
neck
like
of Santa.
it looks like Santa just has two big mutton chops. Like there's no.
They just combed them together.
He looks kind of like a nutcracker.
Yeah.
I wish he had like nicotine in his mustache. That'd be bad. Santa.
Yeah, when he's not playing Santa Claus, he's playing Warren G. Hayes.
Have you guys seen the video that's pretty popular right now of the Santa telling the kid that he can't have a Nerf gun?
No.
The Santa goes on and on about no, you can't have any sort of gun. They're like, but it's a Nerf gun, it's a toy. No guns, absolutely not. And the kid is just bawling.
Say no to guns. All right, we'll start off with Knox. Knox, who charges more, puppet Santa or real Santa for
Puppet
Cameo?
Santa. I'd say
Puppet
puppet
Santa.
Santa.
Why?
Because somebody actually has to do the work to make the puppet talk.
Great logic.
All right. Creed.
And there's a lot of there's a lot of production value there. I'm telling you. I think it's gonna cost more money.
More production value.
Yep.
Creed.
Santa, actual
Real
Santa.
Santa. Real Santa. Bishop.
I'm gonna go with puppet Santa as well.
Puppet Santa.
That's a high quality puppet.
You think so? Yeah.
The lips look nice. The nose looks good. I wish the
Jim
eyes.
Henson quality.
Maybe not Jim, but Tim Henson, definitely.
And by the way, everybody, I do want to point out, everybody that's in the chat, feel free to play along and keep score yourselves.
And Lenny, who charges more, puppet Santa or real Santa?
You know, I'm gonna say puppet Santa also, mainly because real Santa couldn't finish his beard, and he also, I think that's a green screen background, so he's just using like a webcam or something.
Calling them out.
All right. Well, one thing that I like the most is that
Those nutcrackers.
if I do get this, I am well in the lead.
Well,
by myself.
Did anybody check in on?
Hi, Tad.
Hey, it's Tad, the
It's-
billionaire.
It's the billionaire Tad. April says puppet. Kylie says puppet. Eric says you won't get puppet COVID.
Hey, listen, I went to a Santa's land surrounded by puppets. You know what that means. The puppet
Santa-
community has been riddled with COVID.
Their numbers are dwindling as we speak. Well, here we go. Here is your answer. Puppet Santa.
$1. Come on.
Santa, 49.
Or I can go straight to the back and be worse.
Now,
I
do you
mean,
think
yeah.
that's because real Santa saw Puppet Santa's price and undercut
Yeah.
him $1? Or
I think so.
Definitely.
I think you're onto something because you got to know your crowd, you got to know your audience, and you've got to jump right in there. So
$1.
on the board, everyone but Creed.
Yep. Thanks.
Creed, you're coming back on this one because you're going to be answering first. Who charges more, Right Said Fred or Sir Mix-a-Lot?
Wow.
You're getting two people over here with Right Said Fred. And by the way, every photo you see is from an actual cameo. So these will not be your typical photos. I like how Sir Mix-a-Lot decides he's going to put every award he's ever won behind him for his.
He's got a Grammy.
Yeah. He's got it
I got it. I'm going to go with Sir Mix-a-Lot. I can't imagine that. Like Right Said Fred can.
I mean, there are two of them. You're getting in the double action there.
You only know of the one that had sex with his father or whatever.
Oh my God! Moving on to KNOX. KNOX. Let's hear about who do you think, Sir Mix-a-Lot or Right Said Fred?
I would say that Sir Mix-a-Lot is more of a household name, so I'm going to go with him.
All right, I like your thought process, Lenny. What do you think, Sir Mix-a-Lot or Right Said Fred?
I feel like Sir Mix-a-Lot is more of a household name. However, I think Right Said Fred needs the money more, so I think they're charging more.
Yeah. Good logic. I like that. And Bishop.
I'm going to go kind of with Lenny's stream of thought there, but my thought is that Mix-a-Lot knows that he can sell more. So if you can pop them out for, let's say, $40 a piece, and you can knock out 20, where Right Said Fred can only knock out 5. And also, look, these guys got good taste. There were guys wearing an Adidas shirt. I don't know what the other guy's wearing, but,
They're living together.
Sir Mix-a-Lot so embarrassed he doesn't even want to show what kind of shirt he's wearing. So, I'm going to go with Right Said Fred cost more.
All right. What's the chat got to say, Creed?
What did Knox say?
I said Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Sorry, I missed that one. Chat checking in saying Loud Elvis says Sir Mix-a-Lot. Kylie says Fred because too sexy for his shirt. Sir Mix-a-Lot. Stephanie says April, Sir Mix-a-Lot. A lot of Sir Mix-a-Lots, I see. One But Wonder versus Two White Wonder. Eric says, Right Said Fred. I seen them at an off-ramp yesterday.
Really?
For free. I believe that was not for singing, most likely.
You just saw them. All right. Well,
a
here's
rest
your
stop.
answer, folks. $67 for Right Said Fred. $150 for Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Oh, well, now I
That's
just feel bad.
That's a considerable difference there. All
What is
right.
that, like $33.50 a piece? Like that's
Yeah, well, I mean, they're together. I think they're a couple, so it's going into a joint bank account. They're keeping up with that cash that way. That's how they're going to keep up with that.
First we
Lacey,
pay the bills, and then we split it up.
do you really not know who Sir Mix-a-Lot is?
Really? That's odd.
Baby Got Back.
Yeah.
Thank
so
you.
we got
That's a
that.
hit. That's a big
I
hit.
popped it on Broadway.
All right.
Laugh.
So Knox is in the lead. Got both of them right so far. Then Lenny, Bish, and myself are all tied with 1. At least we're all on the board with 1. So
Yeah,
that's
everybody's
good.
moving right along. All right. Speaking of moving right along, holidays are here. Who doesn't want a cameo from Doug the Pug
Who is
or
that?
T-Boz from TLC? Don't
Who's-
go chasing them there waterfalls.
I know T-Boz, but who is Doug the Pug? Is that like
That was a good question because I didn't know who Doug the Pug was either. I just saw that there was a dog up there doing cameos, and I was very upset when I watched him and found out that he doesn't talk. I was expecting a little something more from Doug Pug, simply because Doug the Pug, he looks like he should be talking. He looks like he's got something to say. He has nothing to say. He just sits there and looks adorable.
well? Then how do they personalize it then?
See that little board there?
Oh, okay.
Does he
yeah.
write
They'll
on the
do
board?
that. Yeah, he picks up the pen and starts writing and gets the chalk in his mouth. It's really odd the way to do it. He is, by the way, Doug the Pug has over 18 million followers on social media, and he has 2 People's Choice Awards. Doug is one of the most famous dogs, and he's the most followed dog in the world.
And lives in Nashville, Tennessee, apparently.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Is it? Did he do something? Is there a video or?
I don't know if you noticed. He's freaking adorable. There's not another pug in the world that looks that damn adorable. And look, he loves stuffed animals of himself. So
wait, is that merch? Does the dog have merch?
Dog merch? Yes, of course he does. He's the most famous dog on the internet.
All right, hang on. I'm running this through my algorithm. Does
T-Boz
have merch?
Just so you know, there's a USA Today article that talks about it's straight up how did Doug the Pug become famous, and it says that the 6-year-old pooch is a star of a Fall Out Boy music video and is a New York Times best-selling author.
Right. And me and Lenny made a cartoon 14 years ago.
Yeah. Doug does have an Instagram account, and it goes on and on and on. The dog's done a lot, so I don't know.
And of course, we know T-Boz. She has multiple Grammys, that kind of thing.
I know my guess, and I'm ready to lock it in.
Well, go ahead, Bishop. What is your guess?
Well, I'm gonna go. First, I was going to go with who has a lazy eye. Both of their eyes, both of them have a left eye. That's good. Yeah. But I'm going to go with Doug the Pug.
Doug the Pug.
Yes.
Creedence.
And by the way, I'm going to say T-Boz is about $7 cheaper than Right Said Fred.
$7
cheaper. I am going to go also with Doug the Pug. I can't imagine that T-Boz is able to bring in that much money. We got to think about the people that are buying these and the people that are the main, I guess, demographic of something that would be Cameo. And I don't think many of them would even know who. I know they would know who TLC is. Do they know who T-Boz is? So I'm going with Doug the Pug.
Doug the Pug. Lenny.
I mean, the dog has merch in the photo, so I'm going to go Doug the Pug.
And Mr. Knockers.
T-Boz.
T-Boz, Grammy award-winning.
Well played.
I mean, she's still
old.
You know why? Because anybody who would want one is probably going to want to pay for it. You know? I mean, they'll if somebody wants it bad enough, they'll pay for it. So
plus, you got to remember, Doug the Pug doesn't say anything. T-Boz will at least say your name and things like that. Doug the Pug will just look there at you and them sad puppy dog eyes.
April says Pug. Eric checking in with Doug. Lacey's picking the dog.
Dog pickers.
Doug the Pug. Doug,
dig a hole. He's
dig
dead.
a hole, would you? Loud Elvis says Doug the Pug for the win, Alex. Let's see. And In Madness is crying and laughing.
Okay, well, with that said, here we go, folks. Your winner is, of course, Doug the Pug. $150.
Yeah.
Ouch.
T-Boz only $100, and you can speak to the Grammy winner.
Don't you think that $100 for T-Boz is a little? No offense to her. I know she's done a lot in her life, but that seems like an awful lot.
I mean, if Right Said Fred's getting 35 whatever a piece, yeah.
You think she should be? What would you price T-Boz at?
I get what Creed's saying. At least with Right Said Fred, you get both of them. You don't get Greg from Right Said Fred.
Yeah.
You don't get Greg Fred. You get Right Said Fred.
By the way, that brings us to back to 0 for all of us because we are tied. 2, 2, 2, and 2.
Well, we're just keeping all the famous people coming. I mean, who is more famous than this?
Tell me more about that.
Here they come. Chumley and the Sugar Ray guy. Mark
Woo!
McGrath.
Right guy.
Oh, I
Couldn't even-
And just say, look at Chumley's teeth.
Definitely dentures.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of talk about him and the drugs.
I have a
Him and
question.
the drugs. Okay.
I'm like Lacey. Who is Chumley?
Chumley is the fat guy from Pawn Stars, but now he's super skinny.
Because
Oh,
of drugs.
Thanks
He
to the
went-
Hollywood diet.
He went skiing a lot.
Oh, he's the fat son from Pawn Stars.
No, he's the fat son's fat friend.
I think
Cousin.
I think who he is. I don't know. Are they masked in that show or not? If not, I don't watch.
I will tell you this. He was very, very popular in that show, and he was the only one that was really accessible to people when they came into that museum, which is not really a pawn store. You know what I mean?
And even more accessible if they had drugs in their pocket. Is what you're saying?
Yeah. But anyways, he was the one that was kind of the face for a long time in Vegas when he walked in there anyways. And of course, we all know who the Sugar Ray guy is, right? Mark Mcgrath.
Yep, Mark McGrath from Sugar Ray. Of course, he's had tons of hits. Chumley has had tons of TV shows. I mean, he's got to pay for those teeth. I mean,
He has the
giving
same
those
teeth
away.
as Puppet Santa Claus.
Yes, he does.
Good
And
for
Mark
him.
McGrath is praying over this cameo he's doing. I like how he made sure he had a guitar in the background.
Mark
Of course.
McGrath just ate a hot piece of pizza. Oh,
Honestly,
Art is
though,
my
in my
mouth.
mind, these two are pretty equal as far as how popular.
Chumley's got his laundry hanging there.
Because he's in a hotel room, I think.
Well, I feel so. If Chumley looks wildly different than he used to, I feel like at least Sugar Ray guy looks the same. So value,
He doesn't. He doesn't age like you.
Yeah, like value wise, I think you're getting more for the Sugar Ray guy than Chumley if he looks completely different. I mean,
Well,
there's
good.
logic.
We're going to you
Yeah.
first, Lenny. Who
Oh.
charges more, Sugar Ray guy or Chumley?
I'm gonna go Sugar Ray guy. I
Sugar
don't
Ray
know
guy.
what he used to look like, Chumley, but apparently it's different. So
Much different.
Very.
Yes.
apparently he's Asian now. Chumley. Bruce's lesser active brother. Chum.
is it? Wait, how do you say it? Chumley?
Chumley.
Chumley, one word. Got it. All right, not Chumley.
Hi again, Melissa.
Chumley.
Oh my gosh. All right, we're going to go to Knox now. Knox, who do you think is charging more? Who's cashing in on Cameo?
I would say Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray Bishop
I'm gonna go Sugar Ray as well.
and Mr. Creed.
I am going to go with the only. This is my tiebreaker, just so you know. This is how I get in my head. Is that Chumley is more relevant today than Sugar Ray. That's my deciding factor. That's the only thing, because I think they're pretty even.
Pretty even.
For fan base, you think so?
No.
Pawn Stars was huge. And
And by the
Sugar
way,
Ray, yeah.
I have a conspiracy why Creed is going with Chumley.
Why?
Oh, yeah?
Because of the beard?
No, he looks like Creed. He looks like
Oh, it's Creed had those teeth.
He looks
Yeah.
like no. You know who he looks like is my ex that married my doppelganger.
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Listen, it looks like if you had a half brother that you just found out about, same dad, different mom. This mom was clearly Asian. He took her last name.
April says Mark McGrath, Loud Elvis checking in with Chumley and a dime bag. Kylie says chum chum chum. Eric, isn't Chumley in prison for drugs? Or he goes to a pack of smokes. I don't know. Is everything okay? Is everybody all right?
Oh, I think somebody just won Masked Singer. If you're talking about the show.
So that's the whole point of the show, isn't it?
Wow. Holly saying Mark McGrath, and we are ready to find out who charges
cashing in?
more.
They're excited about this one, and they should be because Mark McGrath charges $5 more than Chumley.
Wow! Holy crap! All right.
I felt like both these guys were really cheap. like underselling what they should be charging. If you got T-Boz, who's had nothing in a very long time, is getting $100.
That's a good point.
She was
all right.
Not even the most.
Is there any way you can
popular
audit the cameos and see how many they're actually getting? Like, is it?
That's I wish. Wouldn't that be great?
I'm gonna dig into that and find out, because it shows you how many like 5-star ratings they have and things like that. And it's just about everybody has 5-star ratings, but I feel like that's kind of fixed. But we'll see.
KNOX,
try to find a 1-star cameo and see what that looks like.
KNOX, and as I wrote it down, bitch. Is in the lead. It's written down. I have terrible handwriting. It just says bitch with no T. All right, so KNOX and Bish is in the lead with 3, and Leonard and myself with 2.
Well, it's time to step up to the heavy hitters now. Let's bring in 2 really big ones.
Who has the mass murder going on at their house?
Lenny's house. We're his alibi. Really, he just played a tape upstairs. Like, I think someone just broke in and killed the whole family.
Lenny's algorithms are top.
It's a real Home Alone situation, actually. Like, my family left me. They went to Paris, and I've got a tape playing upstairs just in case.
Keep burglars out. Well, these guys, they look like they're both heading to Paris right here. You got the Dice Man, and you got Gary Busey.
Jesus, you made this way, way too hard.
And by the way, Gary Busey, whatever he has on, it looks like he has a sign that says Gary Busey. Like,
it does with his tit straps.
Yeah,
his nipple straps.
He's got some tassels on his tits.
Listen, I know the Dice Man don't work for cheap, and Gary will do anything for $5. So
Gary looks horrible.
What do you mean? That looks totally normal for Gary. That's not his worst by any means.
Yeah, If you're saying who looks better, who is aged better, Gary Busey. Andrew Dice Clay looks like an off-brand cartoon character. Like,
he looks
quick
like
question.
Walt and Gromit.
Could you spend more than 5 or 10 minutes with either of them, like locked up in an elevator? Seriously, with either of them?
And I looked at some of Gary's. Like, Gary has a guitar. He starts strumming the guitar. He just like talks and talks and talks.
Both are free.
Dice is very quick. He's like, all of them are him sitting here in like a bedroom, just doing nothing.
Yeah.
Like,
does he have a cigarette in his hand?
Yeah, a fake cigarette he never lights the entire time.
Are these the actual photos from Cameo? Is this what
they're
using?
Screenshots of them on their Cameo.
And also, by the way, is that a drive-through behind Gary Busey? Is that a drive-through window or his shoulder there?
What about the Native American up there with Christmas balls on his head?
I'm not sure what's sitting in front of the doorway back there, but it does look like he has a guitar strapped to his nipples.
He does. He's going to Buddy Holly it up for somebody.
Was Gary Busey the voice of the character on Mandalorian, the little Ugnaught thing?
Oh, I have no idea.
Now, if that's not a Lenny question, I don't know what it is.
I'm just saying. I'm trying to price these guys out, and it was either him or Nick Nolte.
I bet it's Nick Nolte.
It was probably Nick Nolte.
Yeah.
All right. Because if it was him, then his price would have gone up. But all right.
Okay. All right. I like your logic. All right. So I'm going to start with Creed this time. Creed, who do you think's cashing in more, Gary Busey or the Dice Man?
Dice all the way.
Dice all the way. Knockers.
I'm going to pull ahead if I can on this one and say Gary Busey.
Gary Busey. Lenny.
This is a tough one. I'm going to say Gary Busey because I think he's insane and it would be like $5,000 for a Canada.
And Bishop.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say Dice because I think Dice there's more of a cult following of Dice. So yeah,
a cult following of. I mean, what do you? Am I wrong thinking that a newer generation is more into Cameo than say our ages?
No.
I think you're underestimating the down and out in Beverly Hills crowd. Bishop, like this.
You got to remember, a lot of these. I mean, a new generation doesn't have money. It seems like
I'm
people who are
based,
buying these are people with a little bit of money.
All right. April says Busey. Loud Elvis says Dice. She doesn't really actually know who Dice is, but is going for Dice. We're locking it in. All right.
All right. So Bishops gave it.
yeah, I'm going to go with Dice.
Okay.
Bish says Dice. I say Dice, and Knox and Lenny both say Gary Busey.
Well, make sure you guys go ahead and make plans of paying both these guys to do one together, because Dice charges $299 and
What?
Gary Busey charges $350.
Man, they were really. I know. I thank you for the soundtrack. That was perfect timing. I cannot believe that he has the gall to charge $350.
$350.
He was in that motorcycle wreck, you know? Like it's
Yeah.
He's like,
I love
yeah,
it.
you were. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I love his decorating behind him. It's like a hodgepodge. You can watch his videos and you can see so many weird things behind him. Like
It
he's
seems about right.
all kinds of stuff. So if you're ever bored, watch some of these Cameo videos. They are insane.
I don't know why,
Nice.
but I kind of assumed it was like a funeral home.
Yeah.
It
Retirement
kind
building.
of. Yeah, it almost looks that way. Yeah, he must mean $3.50.
He looks like the first person that ever had COVID. I mean, he looks terrible. My God, he looks bad.
All right, so after 5 so far, here's where we're at. Knox is in the lead with 4.
Oh.
Unfortunately, there's no way, but I've been keeping an eye on if his phone is in front of him and if he's cheating. That is 4 for him.
I'm not cheating.
I just said that. Bitch and Lenny are tied, and I only have 2 right. So,
Well, it's time for you to make a big comeback, Creed.
all right, I'm ready.
Because here we go. The dude from Blues Travelers that gave
Oh, no.
Knox the harmonica, John Popper,
Knox already has
Or-
like 5 from him, anyways.
or Meatloaf.
Oh, just one.
No, I mean
Meatloaf.
cameos. I mean cameos that you've ordered from John Popper. Trust me.
No,
Oh, stop it.
I wish.
Who's a bigger star? Let's start with that. Who is the bigger star? Blues Travelers or Meatloaf?
Blues Travelers. Yeah,
Who's
Meatloaf
Meatloaf?
by
Who's
far.
a bigger star?
I think so too.
His
Does it
name
mean
is
either
Robert
John Popper-
Paulson.
We have not, Carol.
I like that John Popper looking homeless, just like Gary Busey. Odd, strange. Let's go ahead and jump right on this. Lenny, who you got?
I'm going with Meatloaf.
Meatloaf and mashed potatoes.
Kylie, John Popper is the lead singer of Blues Traveler.
Yes, Blues Traveler. Sing us that song they have, their hit.
Yeah, Knox, please.
Which one?
The hit.
Jesus.
They had
one.
2.
Their B-side, please. One that we wouldn't understand or know of.
One was Hook. The heart brings you back. That one. And
Or,
then,
what was the more popular one? The hit.
Buddy, yo, why you wanna give me run around? That one.
There you go.
It's a surefire way, speed things up when all it does is slow me down.
Knox, who is charging more, Meatloaf or your good pal John Popper?
Probably, you know what? Yeah, Meatloaf. I would imagine. He's probably charging more money.
Do you like meatloaf with ketchup on top, or do you like a nice gravy?
Ketchup.
Tangy ketchup, like at Golden Corral.
Creedence.
I'm going to have to... I'm going to have to go with the more popular, Meatloaf. I think overall more popular. And like, really, what has John Popper done in the last? Well, Meatloaf at least was on. Wasn't he on one of Trump's shows like
He was in
Gary
Fight
Busey?
Club. Yeah.
No, but anyways, I am going to go with Meatloaf on this one. Also because I think that he doesn't want to be working all that much. So the higher price also means you're not going to be working all that much.
I like that too. Bishop in the catbird seat. What are you gonna take?
Man. Everyone's saying Meatloaf, and I kind of think that, but I'm swayed by John Popper's look of a evil nurse from a 80s movie that he's got going on now.
You could, if you didn't say who that was and says, is this a guy, is this a girl, we could debate that for a while.
Yeah. He's very weird looking.
So I'm going to go with John Popper because I don't want Meatloaf. And also, Meatloaf ain't doing good. Clearly, he's serving at a Buffalo Wild Wings. You see all the behind him? He didn't make that money to get all those signed jerseys. I see a Marino. I see look, way back there, there's a Johnny Unitas. I don't know what he's saying.
United.
Yeah. He ain't got Unitas.
That one in front of his like Atlanta Braves or something like that.
Yeah. He's got those bad.
All right. Anybody in the chat make a bet there, Mr. Creed?
Can we get Lenny's guess?
Lenny was first. He said Meatloaf.
I know. I needed to know. Thank you.
Oh, Meatloaf. Okay. Mashed potatoes.
In the chat, we've got, let's see, Loud Elvis says Meatloaf, a.k.a. Lardass. That is not a proper, you are not in on this. She prefers sausage. And I thought Meatloaf was King Andrew Cuomo. We'll take that as a vote for Meatloaf. All right, what do we got?
Boom! $200 for John.
Wow! Damn!
I told you.
Shit.
What's up with that boy, John Popper milking the crowd?
So Bish with the only score on that one, which brings it to a tie between Bishop and Knox, both with 4. Lenny in second with 3, and me last 2.
Well, that Meatloaf didn't sit well with me.
It did not. This one's going to get you guys all back in the game. How about ZZ Ward or Chris, the guy from Spin Doctors?
ZZ is knocked up. Got a kid coming.
Oh, breaking news.
She is preggers.
But yeah, that's the lead singer of Spin Doctors right there. Chris Barron, I think is his name. So now this is a real tough one. I felt like this was the toughest one out of all of them.
Do many people know ZZ Ward?
I have no idea who she is.
Yeah, I mainly picked her because I knew Creed knew who she was.
Yeah, no, I've always liked her. As a matter of fact, I had one chance to go see her in Wilmington, and we went to the show with the tickets, and somebody who shall remain nameless did not have an ID with him. So we had to watch from the outside through the windows in the rain.
Like the homeless.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Needless to say, I was real happy with that. It was a good night.
You can't say who it was?
That was Clay. It's not a big deal. For those of you who need to know.
All right, Bishop, let me have your answer. The guy from Spin Doctors, Little Miss Can't Be Wrong, or ZZ Ward?
I would want to say ZZ Ward, but I think that, after Spin Doctors, Chris had that very successful show, Mythbusters. So I'm going to go with Chris from Spin Doctors and Mythbusters.
Knox. ZZ or Chris from Spin Doctors?
Chris
from Spin Doctors. Creedence.
I'm trying to think what else ZZ has done.
Besides Make You Stand in the Rain.
Besides Make Me, that wasn't her fault.
By the way, this video right there, did you see of her? She's singing Happy Birthday, and that's it. She sings Happy Birthday, and that's it.
She's big in the NASCAR world. I know she is part of the Fox opener or the NBC opener. I don't remember which one. And I think that I'm going to go with ZZ just because I cannot remember, but I think that she has sang or had a part in some movie. I don't remember why I'm thinking that she's maybe a little bit more relevant than Spin Doctors. Don't get me wrong, love Spin Doctors, but so I'm going to go with ZZ.
All right, Linne, what you say?
I don't know who ZZ Ward is, but I'm going to go with her because she's pregnant.
That's right, pregnancy. All right, so everybody is a 2 and 2.
So Knox and Bish both have Chris from Spin Doctors, and myself and Lenny both have ZZ. And as far as in the chat, April says ZZ. Dave asked the question, am I a whack packer Mikey?
Absolutely.
Kylie does not know either, so she's sitting this round out. That's fine. Who knew Mary Poppins identifies as a dude now? Who is the ZZ guys? I thought they all had beards.
That's what it looked like when they shave.
Dave says, Little Miss Cat be wrong. Eric says, damn, you would think Chris could afford curtains. And Loud Elvis says, no clue who ZZ Bottom is. I'll take Spin Doc.
All right. Well, here's your answer, everybody. 65 for a spin doctor and 120 for ZZ Ward. Who would have thought?
Wow. I'm telling you, she's relevant. And I do not remember. She's done quite a bit. All right. So that means that Lenny, Knox, and Bish are all tied for first with 4 right. And I just need to get one more to tie it all up.
All right. Well, let's go with this one. You want to talk about people that are relevant? No one is hotter and more relevant right now than these two right here. Josh Todd and Sebastian Bach.
All right. So those of you who don't know, other than we have a great Josh Todd story, but this is running long, so we can't tell it. He's from Buck Cherry, Josh Todd. Oh, and the Josh Todd Band or whatever the thing was. And then, of course, Sebastian Bach from none other than Skid Row. All right.
And I have to tell you, if you're interested, Josh Todd does all of his cameos shirtless.
Oh, okay.
Of course he does. He's a crazy bitch.
And Sebastian Bach he had the most intricate ones I've ever seen. He's doing like 8 and 9 minute cameos.
Nice, good for him. He should. I bet you he doesn't do it.
Bet he doesn't. House.
Bet he's not topless.
No, he is not topless. Like this picture right here, he's riding his bicycle around. You've never heard of Skid Row or Buck Cherry. I can't believe that. Maybe it's because it's not an Australian band.
Kylie, someday we're gonna start teaching you some American stuff. We promise. Dave, we're in the middle of playing a game and everybody's enjoying it. I'm not sure if you noticed that.
Knockers. Who is it, dude? Josh Todd or Sebastian Bach?
Sebastian Bach.
Sebastian Bach. Why do you say Sebastian Bach? Who's got more hits?
He has a larger fan base. I feel than that's that.
Yeah. Oh, listen, 80s hairband fans are extremely passionate.
Plus, passionate. That age group has more money. Probably a lot of them have like careers to spend more money. So
I agree.
I'd say Sebastian Bach. Well, thank you, Creed. I appreciate that.
Creed, I guess we've gotten your answer then, huh?
Nope, Sebastian Josh Bach? Todd for me.
Josh Todd for Creed.
Only because I'm playing a game here. So
he's sticking with his loyalties of friends. He's friends with Josh Todd, so why not? Lenny, you see that? That's a silver record, it looks like, behind
By the
Josh
way,
Todd's head.
I think that Josh Todd's a dick and would try to charge the absolute most that he could get away with. That's
he
my
loves
point.
cocaine.
I am in a unique position where I remember that Josh Todd story. So nostalgia is pushing me towards Josh Todd.
B-Shop.
I'm going to go with Sebastian Bach. Bigger hits, probably more album sales, and also he was on Trailer Park Boys.
Yeah, I forgot about the TPB thing.
I will tell you right now, this is the biggest difference in price out of all of the ones that we'll see this evening. This is the largest margin of one person asking for so much more
Bye,
than
Lacey.
the other. Bye, Lacey.
Before we do that, in the chat, April says, as much as I love Josh Todd, I will pick Sebastian. She does know who the Skid Row dude is. This is great. Sebastian looks like a crazy Karen. Yes, absolutely. I'll take neither.
Gray on top, by the way.
Phone a friend. Sebastian looks like who? What? What's he talking about? All right. All right. That's it. All right. What do we got?
$459 for Sebastian Bach and $100 for Josh Todd. I
Wow.
mean, what a difference in price for two guys who really haven't done anything lately.
Well, that explains the 8-9 minute cameos.
No kidding, because
Freeform art for this guy.
he feels like an asshole for charging that much money.
I mean,
How many-
he'll sit there and talk about albums and stuff and show people his record collection.
And also,
All right, so-
he lets you know what he's into. I'm 469, baby.
Bish and Knox are tied up. How many more do we have?
We can do.
58.
I've got one, two more. Two more.
I've got
All right.
about 5 minutes before I promise to tuck my kids in. So
Okay.
Quickly.
Well, we're
We'll
wrapping
blast
it up.
through them.
All right, here we go. Sasquatch or the whole band Hoobastank? Sasquatch will play songs for you on his saxophone next to the train tracks.
Hooba Skank.
Hoobastank over
offense.
here.
No offense, Lenny. It's good seeing you, but I would have really loved the sax squatch. Come on. Sorry.
All right,
Not
Lenny,
the
who
whole
you
band
got?
Hoobastank.
The whole
I
band,
feel
yeah.
like logistically Hoobastank should charge more, but something inside of me is just saying sax squatch.
It's hard to say, I know. Creed, who you got?
I agree with Lenny on that it should be the sax. But yeah, so I'm going to go with that as well. I agree with him on that.
Knockers
Hoobastank.
and Bishop.
What's the points? Because I'm playing a game now too. I know that me and someone else tried for
You're tied with Knox, and Knox just said Hooba Skank.
Oh well, then I'm going to take sex squatch.
Sex Squatch.
Sex
All
Squatch it is for Bish.
All right. And here we go.
Real quick, sax all the way. Sax, and sex.
No,
And sex is right.
Ho-ho!
$500 for Sex Squatch. $299 for Hoobastank. I do want to get to this last one real fast because I know Lenny's got his jet. But is there any chance of anybody winning other than
Yes.
Bishop?
Yes, Bish has 6. It's 1,
right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lenny has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for Knox. So, and 4 for me. So, I'm not even going to go on the next one. It is between Lenny, Bish, and Knox. And again, Bishop has 6. Knox and Lenny have 5. Go ahead.
All right. Gangrel, who was on the show a couple months ago. He's a professional wrestler, of course, and he's got his fangs in there at his wrestling school. And a very bad-looking Buff Bagwell. Still got all of his good gear, but his face is something wrong. Something's not right with Buff's face. Lenny, who do you think charges more, Buff or Gangrel?
I mean, I'm gonna go Buff Bagwell.
Buff Bagwell. Knockers.
Buff.
Buff Bagwell. And Bishop.
well, I was going to go this way anyways, but I'll still win. I'm going to go Buff Bagwell, and Buff Bagwell seems like he almost has the Artie Lang nose.
Okay. Now, since everybody guessed Buff Bagwell, I want everyone to give me their guess of his price. Closest person without going over will be the winner. Bishop.
Buff Bagwell is $120.
Knockers.
$225.
$225. And Lenny,
Bishop was close,
closest without
but
going over.
yeah, he was close. It was 125, I think. Yeah.
No, I said one.
One.
Oh, you're saying 125.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to play the rules of closest. Even if you went over backwards, we'll go back that way because we're not playing this again. $50 for Buff Bagwell, $25 for Gangrel. Bishop wins.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Bish and Lenny. It was awesome to see you. Thank you for coming on. Don't be such a stranger.
Yeah, man, we'd love to have you on some more.
I would love to be back on. It was.
We're
it was
looking for a
great.
guy who can talk about nerd stuff. I think you're the guy.
Ooh, yeah, that's
Um,
me.
Also, we found a video from about 14 years ago that we are doing a what we call a retrospective on soon. So we're gonna have you back on not too long from now.
That would be awesome. It was
All right,
it was
go
a
tuck in
blast
them
talking to you
babies.
guys. All right.
All right, take care, Lynn.
See you guys later.
Go clean up
Bye.
that murder
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah, all the kids were murdered while he was with us.
Everybody, thanks for joining us in the chat. That was a lot of fun. Bish, good job on that.
I think 120 comments. Everybody was really enjoying themselves. I'm glad. That was fun.
All right, you guys do your thing. I'll be RB.
Yeah, I like this idea because I know I told Creed we should do a game show, just a show that's a game show.
Yeah. I like that.
Have like a mixed bag of game shows that we do, cover a bunch of different topics. By the way, I've just gotten a bedtime reminder from my phone. It tells me I should go to bed at 10 o'clock. I can't believe that. Now, Knox, tell us more about these Jews that got you sick.
Well, I mean, can I tell the story now? Like, I'm getting interrupted and then being accused of taking too long to talk.
No,
I don't know.
go right ahead.
I don't know if I really I feel like people want to hear it now. Honestly.
No, I want to hear it.
Well, so anyway,
No social distancing.
while we're right, no, none of that. The
Mask?
side where you got like your where you had where like the rentals were, it was all like plastic hallways and like it was all like crazy looking plastic everywhere, and then at the lockers, nothing, and like benches, and then just a lot of people on top of each other.
Nude?
And there was an old guy. No, there was an old guy that walked over to me, and he had the whole get up, the hat, and the dark thing going on, and then the you know the chops. I don't want to say what the word they call them. He was a Hasid. Yeah, it was all Hasids that were in there, and so he didn't have a mask on, and he wanted me to help him open. He wanted me to show him how to open his locker because mine was right next to his. Like they were like side by side lockers. So I had to show him how to open his thing up, and as he was asking me, I felt the spit hit my cheek
Oh, that was even worse before all this.
above my mask. So you guys can talk all the shit you want that this is like bogus, but
No.
honest to God, we're not being like, this isn't like some cutesy footsy thing. This is seriously like trying to keep people safe.
Right.
You know, so that's why we're quarantined right now.
Okay,
Oh,
so
that's
There you go.
did you
That was.
did you go to your boss and say, "Hey, a
I
Jew
called
spit
him.
on me"?
The next morning, I told him. I said we got down into the place, and it was a sea of seeds. And he's like, you're sick. That's the first thing he said. He's like, that's not good.
Wow.
So
That
that's
is
because
not-
they're all known for that community has been ravaged in the early part of the pandemic. That's where a lot of the deaths were in New York City, was in the Hasidic
I'm
community.
surprised you went to New York City knowing how bad it's been there.
Well, we went down doing a drop off, and we were already going to be in the area, so we decided to go ski. And then we were relatively careful in Brooklyn. I mean, we went to like two places, and the rest of the time we were on the bus, so we didn't really go anywhere.
Who's more paranoid right now about it, you or the girlfriend?
We're both about the same. Like, we're not. I mean, we're just.
Well, I know from your track record how you will you worry about things quite a bit sometimes.
Right. No, we're both trying to keep a cool head about it. I mean, I'm worried enough that I'm locking myself in my apartment. I mean, besides,
Do you feel
beyond
like
that.
it worked out better that you had someone to lock down with? If it had just been you by yourself, do you think it'd been worse?
I think I would have had a harder time sitting still if it had just been me. So it's been good. It's been a nice occasion. We were both talking about the fact that we're enjoying ourselves quite a bit. I made dinner this evening. We had some salmon and asparagus and sweet potatoes and some jambalaya.
I can see
was
the
quite
sickness
good.
in your eyes.
Now, what happens if you guys run out of food? You're just gonna.
Oh no, I loaded up on food for the week. We're good. It was almost like a vacation.
Who paid for the food? You or her?
Not bad. Can't complain.
Who paid for
What?
the food? Who paid for the food? You or her?
We each paid for parts of the food, so we split it.
Dutch.
Do you know anything about this mutant strain that's going on in the UK that Kylie's talking about?
17 mutant strains is what they're saying. As it's floating around over there. They're afraid that there's going to be very little efficacy of the vaccine.
I know a couple of people.
Was that the right use of efficacy? Was that right?
Absolutely.
Efficiency?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was.
Absolutely.
I'm grammar policing myself now.
I know a couple of people that have it right now. I know someone that's been tested that's waiting on results right now. So, I mean, it's one of those things you just kind of have to, hope for the best. There's nothing we can do. If you get it, you get it.
I mean,
as long as you take all the precautions you can, nothing else you can do.
I have a lot of older people that I work with. So, like, it's just better that I don't go around them. Or around anyone else, for that matter.
So what I gathered from that is that as a super spreader, he went out to the local grocery store together,
Right? Yeah.
and made sure to spread it before he went in lockdown. I guess.
No. Because let me finish that. Because what I've read, and the general rule is that once you've been exposed, you're not contagious for 24 to 48 hours. So I did my running around quickly, and then locked down. So,
ain't that something?
Under the 24-hour mark.
I got a text today that I might get one of the first round of doses here in North Carolina. So, yeah.
Do you have any history of anaphylaxis?
I don't know what that is. What is anaphylaxis?
Anaphylaxis is when
hits
your
the she-thing?
throat closes up.
Yeah.
Like allergic to bees or anything? Or nuts?
No. Nope.
Tree nuts and that kind of stuff?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No. Good to go.
Can we just jump into news?
Let's do it.
We're not doing the mailbag at all?
The news, we can get. You want to do that now, or?
Well, we can go ahead and knock out the news if you want to.
Thank
I'm
you.
moving over your photos so I can find them that not be buried over here anymore. So.
All right. Well, we don't need them for a second.
All right, absolutely. So we're doing what you say, the news. Okay, well, here we go. Here's the news.
Thank you for that. We start off, most people associate the Christmas season with ham or turkey or big meals at your house. People in Wisconsin do things a little bit different. They eat what they call a cannibal sandwich. Have you guys ever heard of this?
Oh, no. That sounds awful, though.
Neither have I. I've never heard of it. A cannibal sandwich is raw hamburger.
Ooh.
Okay. With some onion.
Oh.
Baby, don't talk about that no more.
On rye bread with sliced onion, salt, and pepper. That's it. And the Wisconsin Department of Health Services took to Twitter recently to remind people that it's not a good idea to eat raw hamburger.
Real quick, my mother told me that when she was a young girl, her father owned a store, and there was a man that walked around the store all the time eating raw hamburger meat right out of the tray, just by the handful.
Gross.
Steak tartare.
You can get worms. Go ahead.
The other name for a cannibal sandwich, I guess they refer to it as tiger meat as well. But it's a tradition that is believed to date back to the 19th century when it was imported by German and Polish immigrants. And they said, do not eat the raw meat.
I mean, I would think you could get really sick from it. I mean, isn't there I don't want to be funny, but can't you get worms from eating raw meat?
You can get E. coli pretty easily.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's not cool. So Fred Rogers, of course, the host, Rip, of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, he died in 2003?
Yeah.
That long ago?
He's been gone that long?
Yeah.
I didn't know that either. I thought it was more recent. Maybe I'm thinking about the movie coming out.
No, that died in the theaters. Thank you.
So there's a surprising character trait with him, and it was revealed in a profile of Joanne Rogers in the Los Angeles Times. According to Joanne, Her husband often broke the, we'll say the...
Kayfabe.
All right. At bland social gatherings, he would fart a lot in public, and it was kind of his thing to kind of break the monotony, if you will. Joanna's 91, said that Fred enjoyed her dirty jokes and wore the droopiest drawers, presumably referring to the saggy pair of pants around the house. The point, though, Joanne explained, is that Fred was not above the rest of us, and we were all capable of similar measures of kindness, just like her husband.
So she thinks a measure of kindness is farting in a public setting?
No, I think it's just saying that he's a normal dude that walks around shitting his pants, basically. You know, but it is kind of funny when you think about. I mean, it would be great to. I mean, there's got to be an episode here or there where he squawked a few out, wouldn't you think?
Oh, that'd be great. We need to find those.
So this
in a wheelchair.
is pretty interesting. The Great Conjunction. It's something that certainly doesn't happen very often.
What's your function?
Got me.
Of course, it takes the Earth a little over 365 days to orbit the sun. Jupiter takes the equivalent of almost 12 Earth years to make the journey. Saturn's orbital year lasts more than 29 Earth years. Jupiter's faster orbit allows the planet to approach Saturn before passing it. So about every 20 years, Saturn and Jupiter align in a great conjunction. In astronomy, the word conjunction is used to describe the alignment of two planets or celestial objects so that they, I guess, look to be the same place in the sky. And you are going to be able to see that coming up on December 21st.
Astronomy is my favorite meat to have on a Reuben.
Is that how I just said that?
Yeah,
that's great. Excellent. Astra meat. Knox, why didn't you correct me? Anyway, so that's happening on the 21st, if you want to see those two aligned up in the sky.
I think Jupiter's flat, by the way.
Ooh.
Just going
That
on.
sounds like a conversation for another
So,
time.
not a flat earther. Not a flat earther, a flat Jupiter.
Jupiter.
All right. A freak accident involving a falling window
Oh, no.
killed a burglar the other day. You want to guess where this happened?
Florida.
Of course it did. And this is him. Looks like a fine gentleman. It happened Saturday during the attempted burglary of a home in the Fort Myers area. Lee County Sheriff's Office said Monday that the window killed Jonathan Hernandez when it slammed down on him as he was climbing through it.
Uh-oh.
The incident
That's
report
a hell of a window.
Right?
says that it came down on the 32-year-old old man's neck. Deputies found him dead when they arrived on the scene. Tyrone Lane told the station he and Hernandez were friends. He questioned the account of what happened. He's not a burglar, he said. He's not a thief. He's not a bad guy. That's not what he is.
Old man,
Look at your neck. It broke like mine. Why?
I was going for the same thing. Go ahead.
Police have arrested a man who managed to climb onto the wing of a departed Alaska Airlines airplane at Las Vegas International Airport on Saturday. Passengers watched in shock and filmed it
No, of
when
course.
this guy jumped up on there.
Yeah. Cool dude.
I didn't know the video.
I wish they'd just take off.
What is going
Right.
on? Did he open the door? How did he get up there?
He came up from down on the ground.
He got
You dumb bitch. You got
He
him
was
off the
running
ground,
around out there.
He flew up there.
He's a gremlin.
I was gonna say,
What is he
like,
doing?
He's hitchhiking.
According to the statement, Alaska Airlines. What?
No, I was saying the guy. Hold on. Go ahead.
I
Sorry.
gotcha. Anyways, they were preparing to take off when the pilot noticed the individual advancing towards the aircraft. The pilots notified the tower. Law enforcement was dispatched and was able to apprehend him. After taking off, I believe he's going to take off his shoes and socks here in a second for some odd reason.
And Shia LaBeouf is
He
crazy
came up
as
from down
hell.
on the ground.
Alejandro Carlson, he's 41.
Around out there.
Citing suspect moved along the wing. This took place nearly 45 minutes total before he fell onto the tarmac. Calling the incident definitely one of the strangest things that they've ever seen in their life.
Should like the TSA, there should be like a branch of TSA that just shows up and just,
Shoots him?
this guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You would
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, that's one place you don't F around at is like that.
Like what? Like whatever happened? I thought it was like supposed to be like U.S. Marshals on planes and stuff. That ended in like what? 2002 probably. They were
There's
like,
there's COVID.
everything's
now,
fine.
so.
oh, COVID will keep
COVID will
that.
protect you.
Next up, we go to Nottingham, England, where a UK man was who is known for dressing as Batman. As the Joker, actually, and apparently he
How much
walks
did you
around
charge
town.
on Cameo.
Probably not much. Let me show you this guy here. This is him. He dresses up as the Joker a lot. People knew about it. Well, anyways, his name is Damian Hammond. He's 31. He was convicted Friday of grievous bodily harm in the 2019 incident, which started when the laborers started clearing a television from the sidewalk of Hammond's Nottingham building. That's located about 130 miles north of London. He said that he shouted at the men that the TV was his and he would come down. He then went ahead and hurled off this bowling ball here that is wrapped in what I think is jeans of some sort. He hurled it out the window onto the men below.
Oh my God!
Yeah, striking one of the guys.
Oh, and killing him.
Said the ball struck the victim in the head, knocking him to the ground and opening up a large gash
Engage!
that left his face covered in blood, police said. He was taken to the hospital where doctors diagnosed him with a fractured skull and brain trauma.
Oh my
The
God!
victim still has not fully recovered from his injuries and was told that he may experience seizures and blackouts for the rest of his life. That dude right there said in court that he had been taking synthetic drug called Mamba
Ooh.
for 3 days leading up to the incident and believed the men were coming up to kill me off.
Like bath salts.
Hammond has a reputation in Nottingham for walking around dressed as the Joker in what police think is an attempt to induce fear into members of the public and retail staff. He is going to be sentenced here coming up in January 29th.
Oh, here comes the Joker. Watch out. Lock your doors.
Things are bad for Motley Crue, just like every other band and business, I guess, in this world going through COVID, because they've decided it's time for them to bring out their own hot sauce, which I think is just so lazy. You know what I mean? It's the
That's
laziest
why.
thing you can do, right?
But listen, if it's not called "Shout at the Devil" hot sauce, then they lose.
Well, Bishop, it
It's
is available via their website. The band's hot sauce comes in a box set containing 6 different flavors and heat levels. Those 6 flavors and heat levels include the following, each with their own crew-themed name. Home Sweet Home Mango Pepper Hot Sauce, which is a mild heat level. Wild Side Garlic Hot Sauce, which is a mild heat level as well.
Dr. Feelgood.
That's what I was thinking too. Doctor Spice Good.
Primal Scream Scorpion Pepper Hot Sauce, which is a super hot level. Dr. Feelgood Jalapeno Hot Sauce, spicy heat level. Live Wire Hot Sauce, hot heat level. Shout at the Devil Extra Hot Sauce, extra hot heat level. And that's all of them. Complete details on the hot sauce can be found at store.motley.com. The pilots of a recent Russian flight apparently got a bit creative with their flight path when they veered off course to draw a penis in the sky.
Penis in the sky, keep on turning.
The phallic shape can be seen on AirNav's radar, which we see right there, according to that November 11th flight between Moscow and somewhere that I can't pronounce. Took half an hour longer than usual while the pilots outlined the penis and testicles. Two pilots for the budget airline are reportedly under investigation for their actions. The lewd drawing was apparently done in support of Russia's national soccer team captain, who was ousted from his job after a video of him masturbating was leaked online. For a clip of that, you can go to KNOX's website for the complete clip of the masturbation.
Oh my
Lucy in the sky with dicks.
That also reminded me where there was quite the thing where people were drawing penises, just shoveling out penises and stuff. Do you guys remember that story from a million years ago?
Everybody was very upset about it. Nowadays, people are just busy cutting swastikas in the people's lawns around here.
Around your house?
In my city.
What? My God.
Wow. A former Osama bin Laden henchman convicted in two deadly
Mikey.
1998 bombings is free and living in the UK this week after being released early, thanks to a Manhattan federal judge who agreed that the terrorist was way too obese to survive the coronavirus behind bars. Adele
I've never seen that.
Adele Abdel Berry.
A fat terrorist?
I loved every song she wrote.
He's 60 years old. He spent 21 years in a New Jersey prison for his role in the 98 Al-Qaeda bombings of two U.S. embassies in Africa that killed 224 people, including 12 Americans. The defendant's obesity, somewhat advanced age made make COVID-19 significantly more risky to him than to the average person, is what the.
How did he end up in New Jersey?
That's got no idea.
I mean, wondering that.
He had been set to be freed on October 28th, but his attorneys asked that he be let out sooner, citing that the client's age, girth, and asthma. All right, so here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. Well, prosecutors didn't agree that Barry's age made him more of a risk for the COVID. They did concede that his body mass index of 36 did. The defendant's obesity is an extraordinary and compelling reason that could justify reduction of his sentence. He's 230 pounds.
What?
How tall is he?
No,
I don't know. I'm not. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He's maybe 3 foot tall, 3.5 foot tall. I don't know. 230 is not bad, right? I mean,
We're
We
all
should
dead.
guess everyone's BMI on the show. That'd be fun.
Yes. Yeah, a game you could finally win.
Yes, something
Yes.
you could do. That.
I like how nothing changes with Lenny. Ooh, look at that hunk. Who's that hunk? You bunch of fat ass bastards. Who's that hunk there?
Good old Lenny. I remember when he got his teeth fixed because Lenny used to have a huge gap between his teeth, like a really big gap. And then he showed up one day with like nice new front teeth. I was like, "Oh wow, man, you're gonna do all right. Don't worry, you're gonna do okay."
I remember when he went after what's her name's mom. Off to Jackson, Mississippi. Chicken wings, marijuana, and cigars were among the contraband intercepted at a Mississippi prison Monday morning. Maybe that's how he got to be a fat, girthy 230 pounds, because they were chugging chicken wings over in New Jersey for him.
You know, I shouldn't be smoking these cigars with my ass. Damn, these are good. Give me another chicken wing.
I guess the smugglers threw more than 25 packages over a section of the fence at South Mississippi Correctional Institution. Can you spell that real quick, Bish?
Which part? Correctional
Mississippi.
Fields. MISSI. 'Cause, 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 ' Mississippi. Anyways, go ahead.
Mississippi. Got it.
Mhm.
Perfect.
By the way, are you a smuggler if you throw something over a fence?
Apparently.
That's just a guy throws something over a fence.
Good point. They threw more than 25 packages over a section of the fence around 1:30 a.m. These packages contain such items as cell phones, marijuana, 7 pounds of barbecue chicken wings. Some of the contraband was also sewn into footballs, which they said easily cleared the prison's 18-foot tall fence.
Oh, my goodness.
Due to sensing technology, officers were able to locate the contraband and also caught sight of the smuggler's vehicle. A search is now underway for that vehicle by state and local law enforcement. Among the contraband seized, officials found, as you can see pictured, 4 pounds of Mary Jane, 20 pounds of tobacco and rolling papers, 38 cell phones, chargers, and Bluetooth earbuds, an assortment of cigars, over-the-counter cold medication, 10 cans of snuff, not snuff films, several packs of cigarettes and lighters, 1 scale, 1 headscarf, 7 pounds of barbecue chicken wings. Inmates having any connection with a smuggling attempt will lose eligibility for early release and accumulated earned time.
Well, it's good to see that Jamarcus Russell was doing something after
He got something to do.
throwing footballs over a prison wall.
Look, I had a relative who was locked up in prison, and he got in trouble because he had people. He was on like work duty on the side of the road, so he had friends of his drive by and throw stuff out their window for him to find on the ground.
Wow.
I like that. All right, let's shoot right into the mailbag.
Oh, hold on.
Mailbag time.
We got to open
Hit it.
Mailbag.
There's a lot of stuff.
Time for the
Whenever you're
mail.
ready.
Love it.
Very nice.
Is Lenny the same man as Leon? I thought he was Superman.
You might be
Yes.
correct, Dave.
Remember, you can always get in on the mailbag. cbshowemail@gmail.com. Mikey's going to throw that up on the screen as well. cbshowemail@gmail.com. And we start off tonight. Fellas, do the dead actually talk to you, or do the voices on EVPs come from some other source, like another dimension? That's Tracy in Florida. I don't think anything talks to me, actually. So I that's hard to explain. Does anybody talk? Does anybody hear voices and or anything like that?
Well, I haven't never done EVP.
Yeah, I don't think they're asking us if dead people talk to us. I think they're saying with the EVP.
Oh, okay. The first thing says, do the dead actually talk to you?
Well, no,
Yeah.
for the EVP.
Oh, recording device. I think personally that maybe it is just some sort of time slip that we're hearing, and everything is on top of each other. Like it's, I think of it as a video cassette. You know how you record over something and it's still there. That's what I think. That's how.
Ain't that something?
Ain't that something?
That's something.
Hey,
What if
show.
What if it's just like the energy that's trapped in there? I don't know. Go ahead.
Hey, show.
Hi,
Hey.
Joe.
Would this be a kind gesture or creepy / stalkerish? I wish to mail my former coworker a Christmas card. Her whereabouts today are unknown.
Okay, how you gonna do it?
She's an older lady and does use social media.
Social Security.
Otherwise, obviously, I'd reach out to her online, even though it says that she does use social media. How appropriate would it be for me to Google her residential address and mail the card? Would this creep her out? Thanks, Tyrese, via the Twitter.
Tyrese.
Well, how long did you work with this person?
Yeah.
All right. This is my if there was ever a way for you to have that person's address in the past before you lost track any of that, then go for it. Even if you got to Google it and get it. If there was absolutely no way that you guys weren't really on that level that you would never receive mail, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
You might ruin her Christmas.
As Eric would say, that's very stalkerish.
Mm-hmm. Don't do it. Don't do it. Tag her in a post that says Merry Christmas.
It says that I think that the Tyrese means that she does not have social media.
Oh,
Pretty
does
sure.
not have social media.
Yeah.
Well, forget my idea.
Just do it and say, hey, if she ever sees this, at least she'll know.
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't really matter if she even thinks that you're a stalker, though, because
You don't have anything to do with it. She don't think anything of you at this point.
Wow.
April says, this reminds me of the email from a few weeks ago where the person was mad the coworker quit and didn't give them their number. Yeah, you're right. That's right.
That's right.
That was kind of weird.
I can't believe this.
Well, let's ask Knox, who has never stalked anybody or been creepy ever in his life.
Never.
What do you think?
I think the same thing you said. If it's if there was no reason to ever have the address, that's probably a no-no.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah.
Up next, guys,
Guys.
what you would rather have?
Okay.
I read these word for word. Spaghetti or steak burritos? That from Terry
Yeah.
from Texas.
So are we talking about spaghettis in the burrito and steak in the burrito? Or are we talking
No.
about spaghetti or steak burritos? Which kind would you rather have?
Yes, you got it. Thank you.
I want a spaghetti burrito. I want a
And then spaghetti-o. Spaghetti-o burrito. Which, all right, as long as the burrito is wrapped in a giant thing of Italian bread.
Spaghetti.
really carbon up with a spaghetti burrito.
I
All right.
want to look fat, but
Running a marathon.
I find a lot of steak at the burrito places is very chewy.
he has a thing about chewy meats.
Because I have bad teeth. That's why. I have terrible teeth to be.
Good teeth like Chumley.
Hello, my best friend.
Hi, guys.
Any Facebook user that comes up that way, you got to do a little handshake. It asks you, StreamYard, so that we can see who you are. Because we can't see who you are. Because it just says Facebook user.
Hi,
FYI.
Facebook user.
All right, so spaghetti or steak burritos. And by the way, I'm not a big fan of spaghetti either, though.
What about spaghetti burritos?
I like a good spaghetti. I mean, a really good one.
I like a
long
good
way.
tangy sauce, more on the baked side of the spaghetti.
You like cheese in it.
What kind of cheese?
I don't know.
A shaker?
Mozzarella?
Like Parmesan?
Yeah, fine with that. Absolutely.
Okay. I'm going to say a burrito simply, but it has to have all the fixins. You know what I'm saying? It's got to have all my favorite things like guacamole and
Right.
you know, that kind of thing.
You took
Hey,
you
Carmen.
took the words right out of my mouth. Yeah, the burrito has way more taste. Spaghetti, no matter how good it is, you know,
It's still
it's
spaghetti.
still spaghetti, right? Look, if you go to an Italian restaurant, you order spaghetti, and I'm like, you don't
Stop.
deserve to be.
I
here.
would never order spaghetti at an Italian restaurant ever.
Right? No, but I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
you know,
I know exactly what you mean.
but yeah, and Mikey, I'm thinking both of these items are whatever you want, top of the line, spaghetti,
Right.
Which
top
I
of the
think
line.
I don't think that a lot of people actually order spaghetti at Italian restaurants because a lot of the time small portions of spaghetti comes
It's
with
like a
almost
side
every
dish.
meal.
Yeah, it's like a, you know, a side.
Which they wouldn't really do that if it was a super popular item, I think. My mom and I always talked about wanting to open up a spaghetti house. It's all you serve. You've got all you can eat spaghetti, all you can eat salad with like just your house and Italian dressing, and really good Italian bread. And that's it. That's all you get. And it's all you can eat. That's all you serve. Wouldn't it be a good I'd go and do that if it was cheap enough.
You don't even like spaghetti.
I'm not a huge fan of spaghetti. However, I do love spaghetti classics by Kraft that comes in a box. Have you ever made that? It's great.
No.
It comes in a green box like
Spaghetti.
and it's got the
Like the macaroni
zestiest.
and cheese, yeah.
It's basically like that, but the sauce actually is extremely zesty and flavorful.
Zesty.
Zesty. I
Is
like
this sauce
zesty.
zesty? I mean, I need it
I
zesty.
like zesty. Anyway, spaghetti or burritos, Bish? Did you say it already? Sorry.
I said burrito.
Burrito for you, Mikey.
With or
Burrito.
without chewy meat.
Yeah, if it was without chili. Yeah, Knox, what do you think? Cool, thanks. All right. I thought he just farted. Anybody else there? Fred Rogers, Knox?
Burrito, what did I do wrong?
Nothing wrong. You just went like this.
I was thinking.
Okay. Real quick before we get on to the next one, that's another one. You seem like you're like I used to abuse you, and you're like my ex girlfriend. And anyways,
I'm sorry, you were breaking up for that. What was that?
to add nothing. To add to my shitty week, another thing was we went out for a. We haven't been out to eat in forever because we get everything ordered, and we've been dying for Texas Roadhouse, and it was subpar at best. The steak was about as good as you'd get from a Ryan's or a Golden Corral.
Ooh.
It was just, you know what I mean? It was just, and the salad was just, I don't know. It's kind of crappy. Gentlemen, hello.
Hello.
Would you ever rent a house to Indians?
Woo woo or
What,
dot?
what kind of Indians? Yeah.
I'm not sure. I wouldn't, it says. They don't know how to use toilets. They even had to put a sign up at Delhi Airport telling people not to defecate on the carpet. That from Stanley in California.
Is there a problem?
I think he's definitely talking about Red Dot because,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes they poop on the ground.
Do
Yeah,
they really?
Well, not in America. In India.
What are you talking about over there?
Yeah.
That's a normal thing. I never understood, and Mikey, you might notice this, how crazy big all YouTubers that do anything with scamming scammers is. It's a huge genre. Never really understood it. Found this guy, I think he's out of the UK. Every one of his videos that he puts out is like 1.5 to 2.5K, and he just messes with the scammers. I'm going to send it over to you so you can watch a couple of his videos. He breaks it down. He is so good. He's kind of a hacker, if you will. So good that he gets into these files because, you know, these Indian scammers will get into your computer and run it, you know,
Right.
and grab everything that they can. And this guy does the same thing to them, even gets into their CCTV so he can watch everything that's happening in the entire call center. He has all of their transactions from all of their PayPal and everything else that they use, Western Union. It's insane. I kind of see where people get to it now, and I can understand what the attraction is to that whole genre on YouTube. Is that true, though, really? That's... I mean, I've been there, done
True.
that a few times. You know? I wouldn't really say anything about that, Stanley. That's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds kind of
Racist.
bad.
Last but not least for tonight's mailbag. Dear C&B,
Dearest.
Yes.
my family says that my girlfriend told them something about me. What do I do? Long story. My mom said my girlfriend told my sister something bad about me. Again, mom said girlfriend told my sister something bad about me, but won't tell me what. My mom says talk to your sister. My sister says she doesn't feel comfortable talking about it. My girl swears nothing has happened, but she's being weird. Some of my family won't even talk to me. The situation has me frustrated, and I'm not getting anywhere with anyone. What do I do? Love the show, MK and SC.
Okay, so
It's like a shakedown.
So his mom or girlfriend said something to the mom? Who said
Girlfriend
something?
said something to his sister. The sister
Mom?
then in turn told the mom.
Mom said my girlfriend told my sister something bad about me.
Oh, okay.
And Shaggy/Eric Howell says it wasn't me.
I would turn around and say something horrible about her. Back to everybody else.
I think you're wrong. I think they're fishing that she didn't even say anything. They're making up stuff to try and get you either A, to break up with the girl because they don't like her, or B, they're just trying to get you to admit to something that they don't know about.
That's well played.
That's some diabolical shit for your family to do to you.
Yeah, but I mean, you should have seen the lengths that somebody's family went to, to get me out of the picture.
Yeah. You wouldn't believe those.
Outlast Survivor.
Come clean about the donkey show. What are you talking about? Never been to a donkey show, unfortunately.
Me neither.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Mikey. I don't know. I think maybe this just a bored mom trying to figure out, like, oh, I found something in your pocket, or I don't know.
The way that
what I found in your bedroom today.
The way it started, it seems like the mother is the one that is getting things going.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty interesting.
Deny everything, even to the end.
Yep.
Even
All
if
right.
something happened, she don't need to know.
Well, that is it. We are done. We are over on time. I have no bye-bye music because this laptop is being a botch.
It's fried. Well, guys, it was fun. It was a fun night.
Everybody can wave goodbye, and I can play the outro.
Wait,
Okay.
Knox, any last words?
I'll let you guys know how my quarantine continues.
You're fine.
Check in.
Do you think that you two are going to be together at the end of
What?
this quarantine? Still. All right.
Yeah,
Do you
I
think-
do.
Oh,
I do.
so
We're
she'll
having
be
fun.
pregnant. All right. Mikey, any last words?
You have a dryer in your room for all of the wet pants you're gonna get.
I have a washer dryer.
Okay.
Are you wearing pants right now, dude? Oh!
Oh. All right.
No,
Mikey?
make sure you tune in. We're going to be doing
Rough round.
some chases this week. And, of course, we got hauling ass for the holidays coming up on Christmas. So make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel over there at Creedence and Bishop Show.
And by the way, you guys wouldn't believe the checks that this MFer's writing for his merch. So go buy a T-shirt.
Yeah, man.
He's having a good Christmas. Bish, any last words?
No, it was a lot of fun tonight. And Knox, I hope you're okay. And thank you to everyone for joining us. And
Okay.
Sounds like a good time to me. Guys, take care. We'll see you soon. Awkward wave. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye and good night. Goodbye and good night. Goodbye. Goodbye and good night. Goodbye and good night. Goodbye and good night.